We remember you, dear reader, even if you do not remember us. You see, this is no ordinary book. Within these pages lives a hero, one who could determine all our fates. She needs a reader who knows just how important they truly are. Shall we begin? Every war in Moss begins and ends with the Five Glass. And on the Cinder Night, the Arcane tried to take them all. Sir Argus, commander of the King's Guard, sacrificed everything that night to ensure the King's Glass was safe. The sprites, too, had their own glass to protect, and their great champion did so until his final breath. The story of his glass would resume much later when young Quill of the Clearing, out on one of her humble adventures, found what the sprite champion concealed in death. When she showed her Uncle Argus the green glass, everything changed. He understood well the gravity of her find, and rushed off to seek counsel with the sprites. But Argus was captured by the Arcane, and so the starving Adurin came to Quill with a promise to lead her to her uncle. Quill knew of starthings only from campfire tales of magic and mischief. Yet still she decided to follow. Quill knew her uncle needed her, but not just her. You see, Quill was bonded by the glass to a reader, a soul whose gifts proved the perfect complement to the young hero. Together, they were twofold. They embarked on a perilous journey. The Arcane's pursuit was relentless, and Quill barely survived. Adurin, who had become a friend of sorts, was not as fortunate, ending up in the jaws of Sarffog. Sarffog was the Arcane's most ruthless general, and at the very gates of the castle seized on that Cinder Night, the twofold heroes slayed the monstrous serpent and rescued Argus from captivity. But the Arcane do not end with Sarffog. The one who leads them will not relent until the Five Glass are in their clutches. And that will unravel this world. Our fate rests with Quill. She needs a true partner by her side. And we hope that is you, dear reader. So let us begin at the castle, where Quill and her uncle must brave the Arcane to retrieve the King's Glass, still hidden away after all these years. Or so they hope.
Ghostface? You're still here? Then you should have this. You can thank me later. Or maybe before. Who knows?
Quill searched the castle entrance for her uncle's sword. He'd insisted they'd never reach the King's Glass without it. Quill was shocked to find it hiding in plain sight. She must have missed it last time around. after all. She'd been a bit preoccupied.
Together, we can accomplish anything,
said Quill, looking up to her reader.
I couldn't have defeated this monster without you. Thank you for being here with me.
She'd left Uncle Argus alone for too long. He could be in grave danger. They had to hurry. Her poor uncle was too injured to defend himself should the arcane find him again.
Uncle Argus!
Quill was relieved to find him safe.
You found my sword.
You wouldn't believe where it was. You know, I never realized just how huge Sarffog was.
Shh! Lower your voice, Quill. We're not safe. He could be anywhere. The King's glass hides beneath the throne. We must move quickly and quietly. Your reader. Are they still here?
Yes, Uncle. They're right by my side. We're twofold. We aren't afraid of the arcane.
I see.
He said with a hint of pride.
Now, keep your ears open and your sword ready. We must get to the throne.
No sign of the arcane here.
That's what worries me.
Uncle, look out!
I can't see you, but I know you're up there, Reader. Please, she's in your hands now. Quill, you're far too important to risk yourself for me. The greater good must always come before matters of the heart.
Quill didn't understand. He was our family. He'd always come first. But she knew better than to argue.
Go on ahead. I'll stay a few steps behind. You focus on getting to the throne.
Quill was awestruck. This was the legendary throne room, the same room where her uncle was once knighted by the king. she called back to her uncle.
I've waited years for this moment. By all that's good in this world, I hope it's still locked. Ha! The fools never figured it out.
He snickered. Uncle Argus then turned to Quill with a wink and a smirk, and plunged his blade into the throne. His sword was the key. But the triumph soon faded as they descended into the eerie quietude of the secret chamber.
Please be safe.
Her uncle pleaded under his breath, with an air of unease Quill had never heard before. A voice barked back.
I'd retreat if I were you. Dark magic afoot here. One whip of my wand and a swarm of undead wasps will skewer you alive.
Her uncle laughed.
Barnard, don't tell me all this time alone has you communing with the dead.
I don't have undead wasps. Total bluff.
He chuckled.
My dear Argus, I can't believe it's really you.
I'm so sorry,
Fretted her uncle.
I tried to get back to you so many times. I just couldn't kill that vicious snake.
Their long-awaited embrace was cut short.
Argus,
Barnard panicked.
I feel the Reader's presence. The usurper followed you in.
No, Barnard! This is Quill, my next of kin and a twofold champion. They slayed Sarffog.
Holy whiskers on a weasel!
Barnard was stunned.
Oh my. Then there's much to discuss. Mugwort tea, anyone?
Barnard spent hours recounting his years in hiding, protecting the King's Glass from the arcane.
And with Sarffog dead, that winged tyrant will tear this castle apart. He knows one glass is here. Now two? This is bad. Very bad.
Not if Quill gets all 5 glass first,
Said her uncle with a grin.
Madness, Argus!
Barnard replied.
Even a twofold cannot take on their army. Not with a warden forging screechers and scorchers and Arthur knows what.
Hogwash.
Uncle Argus retorted.
Quill can handle that bloated behemoth after she rallies the Sprite army. Don't you see? Once we join all the glass, there will be no arcane. Even Vader will see it our way. She must.
We could unwrite them all.
Barnard mused.
But Argy, the truce states the glass must remain separate.
Truce be damned. We need the remaining glass to restore peace. But first, Quill must rally the sprites. It's the only way.
Her uncle's belief in her and the Reader swelled Quill's pride. They had a Sprite army to inspire and the 5 glass to unite. And it all started with claiming the King's Glass.
2 down, 3 to go.
thought Quill, excited by the adventures ahead. Barnard was clear. She'd find quick passage to the sprites through the Room of Realms. Like the King's Guard of old, Quill now felt the history of every battle her uncle led. The charge of the Hedge Knights. The last stampede. She could almost hear her uncle's commands. Quill could see the green glow of the Sprite Realm radiating from the doorway ahead.
Only sprites can cross here,
Croaked an unseen voice.
I have the green glass. I'm your champion.
Oh, fine then.
The voice grumbled.
But no one here's calling you champion.